And don't get it twisted. I don't care about no rigged Grammy awards. But I did like the Lifetime awards when they do it. But even that, always all the stuff associated with the Grammys is always like, because I'll get into it why I feel that way. But let me name some of the people that got the Lifetime Achievement Award. Uh, Prince, and obviously one of the most important musical figures of the last 40, 50 years. You know, uh, you can't really talk about versatility and impact and a live act. And no matter where you came down on his career and whatnot, his impact peak prime was up there with some of the best to ever do it. And he was definitely one of the greatest live performances, all around artistry, an impactful songwriter, producer, got into film, you know, covered a wide spectrum and one of the most important and figures of his day and his time. So, um, you know, that's a fact, you know, and you have to acknowledge that fact. He definitely left a lasting impact. Frankie Valli, leader of the Four Seasons, you know, and a guy who was very hands on detail. You know, obviously Jersey Boys, and you've seen the film and everything like that. Distinctive vocals, and definitely a leader, and a lot of stuff that goes on through what they did, and versatile, and you know, an artist that definitely left a mark and had top tier songs. You know, again, it was always about the songs and the performances. So you got to acknowledge Frankie Valli and did that. Earl Garner. Now I'm gonna tell you about Earl Garner. I remember I bought this is a cassette tape a long time ago. So jazz pianist, long time ago. And I remember I listened to his arrangements, and I thought this cat it was very distinctive, a very distinctive blend, and I enjoyed the music. You know, and that's back when you were listening to whatever. And I thought, you know, because he doesn't get his dues amongst some of the best jazz musicians, but like that, you know, when we talking certain, except for certain people who are familiar with his work, but that was definitely an artist that you could appreciate for sure. The Clash, I think Chuck D presented them and honored them, acknowledged them, just as Andre Simone, Jimmy Jam did for Prince. The Clash, um, the Brits, Cats had some very strong anthems. You know, they had a distinctive groove and a blend musically. You know, most people know them for "Rock the Casbah," which was a huge song. You know, but they had other grooves. They had a very catchy vibe with the way they did their music and the arrangements, but it had an edge to it. So it's kind of, you know, you kind of like felt a certain energy with what they were putting down. So you can understand that when I talk about the Clash, they were definitely somebody that you know you could definitely feel. Roxanne Shante. This is always funny when I think about the Grammys because she answered back to UTFO Roxanne Roxanne, which was a classic song 40 years ago, hip hop. Back when we had Answer Back, you know the Answer Back, the clap back. People came back with the Answer Back theme. That was an 80s thing, R&B, hip hop. Um, and she had a sick flow. You know, she had a flow. And you know, it's funny because when I see them doing this to honor, I'm like, y'all didn't do that back then. Y'all act like y'all ran from black artists like crazy, unless they crossed over. Unless you were Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, Prince, Whitney Houston, Tina Turner, Janet Jackson, you tend to run away for the most part. So when I to see this happening now, it's kind of like, oh, yeah, she does deserve her honor, but it was still kind of strange because it's like, y'all could have really done a lot with when y'all tried to. You know, you remember back in '90 when they blacked out having hip hop on the Grammys and Will Smith and all of them were protesting. It's funny when I see him on the carpet now, but I think he tried to get on the carpet because he was part one acknowledging Quincy Jones, but in part he just trying to be back on the award scene anyway because he still got that band at the Oscars. But you know, it's funny when I see how they what they do because it's so fake. If they had been right by hip hop, there'd have been a lot more people acknowledged than the way they sugarcoat and how they try to downplay it. So yeah, I always say better late than never, but Roxanne Shante deserves better than what she's got, you know. And speaking of that, is what leads me to why I don't care about no Grammys and the fakery of it all. They gave Frankie Beverly a Lifetime Achievement, one of the greatest band leaders of a band with Frankie Beverly Mays, act like they didn't know him. No nominations, no love, no nothing. treat him like he was too black, and they were just like, and all the award shows were like that. Paid his dues, put it down, and held audiences. You could almost say Frankie Beverly and Maze were like the black version of the Grateful Dead, because I tell you, wherever they came to perform in Chocolate City, the places was packed, and I don't care who was in town. So now it's funny that now all of a sudden they gon', and they didn't really, because they was pushing Prince's name, and I get it. The bigger the name, they're gonna try to, and obviously and all that. But all due respect, but come on now, Frankie Beverly deserves to get the same mention as but he never did. So I guess it's fitting that they downplayed it as usual, because they downplayed it, a career that was downplayed. Why? I don't. Well, I know why. There's politics in industry, and music ain't always just music. It's always so much that goes on. Because a lot of them never came to the cookout, because they would have been more indebted to what Frankie Beverly made before I let go. But singer, songwriter, musician, band leader, strong live performer, etc., vocalist, etc. But it's the Grammys. I call it the Shammys, the Lifetime Achievement. And they're going to do back ways of acknowledging what they should have done from the front, though. That's why the award shows are fake. Fans supporting you is your real award. Don't let it come down to some copper or some award, because they don't get it right. They do what they want. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.